Okay, guys, welcome, welcome. Today's Zoom training is called Go Red, and we are going to break down getting into your red jacket, why, what it does, the purpose, the money, the path. I mean, everything. We're breaking it down for you so it's clear. We're going to give you some scripts, some tips, everything. And so, thank you guys for coming on, and if you want to watch it again, of course, you guys know it'll be on our YouTube channel. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Trent. I think Trinity's going to start off, and then I'll go next, and then Mary Ann. So, Trinity, are you on yet?
I'm here.
Okay, good. Hey.
Hey guys, so I'm going to talk to you about what is a red jacket, why do you want to get in it, and about some of the bonuses that we have going on. Oh, I'm sorry, the baby's sleeping. I'm being too loud.
I heard a whispering. It sounded like a ghost.
Yeah.
I watched Field of Dreams yesterday, and so I got so many calls. Build it, they will come.
You're hearing it. I love it. Well, so what is a red jacket? A red jacket is when a consultant has 3 active team members on his or her team. And so this means it's a really prestigious thing in the Mary Kay world. Mary Kay was so smart and to know that she really wanted her company. Her biggest thing that she said was to pass it on and to share with other people. And so that's why she created the position of a red jacket so that you could understand that you are in a position of power. You are in a position of leadership. And that's what red really stands for. You think of royalty, you think of power. It's like our favorite. You can see my house is like all red. We love the color red. So it's okay. Josh says crimson for Alabama, but it's red. So it's really a cool thing it's part of the moving up into leadership. And so a lot of times that they talk about, one of my favorite quotes is, if you've been called to lead, then for God's sakes lead. And so that is something that's really, really exciting about this business. I noticed that with teaching, there was kind of a ceiling over my head. I was stuck at the same salary. No matter whatever I did, I had to make the same amount of money. But with this business, we have 2 avenues of income, and one of them is team building. And so once you get that red jacket, it's just kind of like you have arrived. Like, that's a really, really cool, prestigious thing in this business. So I'm going to read to you a little poem that I think is the cutest thing ever. It's called Maybe She Needs Me. And this is kind of like, why in the world would I recruit? Why would I want to recruit for my business? Why would I want to get in red? So this is a cute little poem that it really just kind of speaks to me. It says, "It had been a long day. I was finishing a task, and as I hurried past her, a little voice said, 'Ask.' Oh, not today,' I told myself. I'm tired and it shows. Besides, I might look foolish, and she'd just likely say no. While I was drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and smile, a chance to know somebody who would go the extra mile? What if she'd been waiting for a break, an open door? Was this the opportunity that she'd been praying for? I saw the cars that she might not drive, the rings she might not wear, because I would not risk myself to stop, to ask, to care. So what if what I offer her is not her cup of tea? That is a choice for her to make. How selfish can I be? Oh, let me live the true go give, and let my mission be not to think, do I need her, but maybe she needs me. So I love that poem. It's just kind of a really cool way to put it into perspective. Like, the recruiting is amazing. The money is amazing. Michelle and Marianne are going to talk to you about all kinds of different aspects about being a red jacket. But a lot of times, if you go past all of that and you go deep inside and you think about what you really can do for other people, that's the reason that I would recommend to get in your red jacket, to really, really, really be able to help someone else who might be able to benefit from this business. So I'm also going to talk to you about a really cool bonus that the company has. Y'all, this company is throwing money at us. I don't know if you've realized that, but they're doing this. It's like Oprah, you get money, you get money. Like, it's crazy. So this, from now until December, the company has a new promo that if you have a first time red jacket on your team, once they get in red, you get $100. And as a consultant, if you've never been in red before, your first time becoming a red jacket, you get $100. So the recruiter and the team member both get $100, all just because you have 3 active team members. Y'all, I have had a friend, a consultant, get into red in one day at one party. It is so stinking possible. It is so easy to do if that's your mission and that's your focus. So that's some really cool things. They're throwing money at us, $100 here, $100 there. So the recruiter and the consultant, both of you get $100 just because that team member gets into red. So that's pretty dang awesome. All right, so Michelle or Marianne, I'm not sure who goes next. I'm going to pass it to you. Michelle.
Thank you. Awesome. I've always loved that poem, by the way, Trinity.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to talk about the numbers, the what to say, what not to say. But I want you to learn a word that we use a lot in Mary Kay, and it's called layering. Okay. You don't want to throw up Mary Kay on people. There are only certain personality types that will sign up on the spot. And so I'm going to teach you how to, what to say to those people who won't sign up on the spot. So layering is our friend. That's where you're working and building on that relationship and just giving them a little bit of information, a little bit of knowledge about the company. So they can eat it one bite at a time. 1 out of 4 will recruit from a phone career chat, sharing the marketing, your director doing, the marketing chat, career chat, whatever you want to call it. We used to call it interviews. Face to face, it's usually 1 out of 3. When the economy is really, really bad, the odds are better. We thrive in weak economies, and when the economy is low, people are always looking for another side hustle for extra money. And so, it used to be during the recession, it was 1 out of 2 face-to-face for me. Now it's about 1 out of 3. I also want you to know this number. 1 out of 10 of your team members will work, okay? So what you want to do, you plus 3 workers can build anything that you want in this business. Does that mean the other 9 it means that the other 9 might do a little bit here and there, might, have like a little burst of excitement and motivation, and they kind of level out. It's just the numbers. And so I think if you always know the real and the raw numbers, it will save you from having these emotional ups and downs and highs and lows. At every level, there's a new devil. Okay. Always remember that. That's why I'm always telling you to work on you, because you have to be able to handle the highs and the lows of working with people, because our goals are attached to their goals. And so that's part of this. That's the nature of the beast. And, if your first 9 aren't your superstars and you're still looking for that number 1 worker, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. You just got to look through a lot of haystacks. I mean, that's just how it is. So knowing your numbers, you will not be disappointed. Okay, you plus 3 workers can build to anything. So that means when you've got you're building to your 24, that's why you got to get to 24, because the company knows that if you've got 3 workers plus you and those 3 people, even if the others are doing a little bit of something, can maintain a unit. The process of DIQ is not to see if you can manage and coach and lead and motivate 24 people. The process is to see if you can motivate yourself and 200 people, okay? Even though the qualifications are you to 24. And so all of that is about, working on you. When you're at a party and you don't want to throw up on somebody. When I say throw up on somebody, I mean they don't know you from Adam. I've seen this at one of our retreats. We used to do beach retreat with a lot of different directors and a lot of different units, and we would only see them once a year, and we were in this really nice gated community. and we were all walking to the beach or coming back from the beach, getting ready for dinner. And one of the other units, gals, there was a lady, they were a whole bunch of ladies, they were having girls weekend, and we passed them and we said hi. And one of them just out of the blue just run up and like basically said, they were like, oh, what are y'all here for? We're like, we're here for a Mary Kay retreat. And they're like, oh, we love Mary Kay. And then she's sitting there trying to recruit them right there. Always remember to recruit close to the product. When I say that, that is where you're sitting down, toe to toe, belly to belly, putting the product on the face, because there's only two personality types that will recruit without putting this product on. It's a dominant D personality and a charismatic I personality, okay? And because they have the confidence and they're risk takers. Everybody else, if it's somebody that you're passing on the street, like like this other consultant did, she didn't know them from Adam, and she's throwing up Mary Kay on them. That will scare people away, okay? That will scare, it freaks them out, because you don't know what preconceived notion they have of direct sales. And that's where the layering process comes in, getting to know them, letting them try the product, letting them see what you do, that you're not pushy. You get it. Most people need to see that. They need to see that they can trust you. They need to know that they love the product, and they need to understand the process. Okay. So don't freak people out. Lesson number 1, go through, don't throw up Mary Kay on them. Recruit close to the product. Also, so only 2 personalities will recruit on the spot without even trying the product. So here's how to lead into seeing if someone wants to listen or take a packet home or have coffee with you. When it is close to the product and you've done all the steps, and let's say it's at a party, you always do, you pull each individual person away from the table, and that's called the individual close. You have the group close at the table, then you have the individual close. What I always say is, have you ever considered, after you get the sale, after you get the booking, it's called the 3-part close for a reason. You get the sale, you get the booking, and boom, the third thing is, hey, Natalie, did you have a good, I know you had a good time, you bought product. Did you watch me tonight? Have you ever considered doing something like this? And they're usually going to say no, okay? But that is not where the conversation stops. Then you say, well, here's why I'm asking. We're trained in Mary Kay to look for sharp professional women when we're out in the field that we think would love, that would benefit Mary Kay. We look for people not that need Mary Kay, people that Mary Kay needs. And so what I'm saying is, you're sharp, you're professional. We do not have a staffing service that hires, professional women. We're not looking for the sales type. We're looking for women that can wear the product well, promote our image well, and professionalism, and that can teach skincare and color cosmetics. We're really just looking for a teacher of skincare and color cosmetics. And then you see if you say, would you consider taking a packet home and and watching a video for me? And then here's what I would do. I want to sit down, have coffee, buy you lunch, and for your time, I always give a free lipstick or a lip gloss or a mascara for sitting down with me. Even if you don't ever consider this, what I'd like for you to do is just educate yourself on the business. And then when we sit down, you can ask some educated questions so that you can make an educated yes or no decision. Okay? That's non-threatening. I'm not throwing up Mary Kay on her. I've given her a compliment because I look for sharp professional women that is going to represent Mary Kay well. I do not go out and purposely seek people that need Mary Kay. I look for people that Mary Kay needs. And I think you know the difference. And I think that's why I've had such longevity, and that I've had people that stay with me, and I've had people that build very large customer bases, okay? And we've earned a lot of cars in our unit because I've had that motto. Now, there are exceptions. Okay, there are exceptions. There are people that come in and they grow personally, professionally, and spiritually. You know, there were little diamonds in the rough. They just needed a little bit of shining up. And I was that person. I needed shining up. And so there are always exceptions. Okay. The video that I'm talking about is the Amy Kemp video. I send that to everybody, and then I follow up. The reason I give out mascara or lipstick or a lip gloss is worth, if I can get in front of them, my odds double of me getting them to sign up. Okay. And so I'm willing to give away the cost of a mascara, which is my cost $7.50, because if I believed in her that much, if I saw something, okay, and it's just getting her waving that in front of her, getting her to sit down with me, because I know if I can answer her questions and I can let her see how wonderful this business is, then I've got a new team member, okay. So don't be afraid to give. It's just like, and when we tithe and we give, if you're holding on to that almighty dollar so tight, you can't receive any blessings that God is trying to send your way, and so it's a tax deduction. I write it off. So be willing to give, especially to those sharp professional women that you want to get in front of, and let your director get in front of them. So you can't expect, though, to get in red without working those numbers, okay? So you can't, I've got people to say, I can't recruit. And I'm like, well, you've been in Mary Kay a year and we've done 2 interviews. That you're not going to be in your red jacket. It's like, let's be real. Let's look at the numbers. You only did 2 interviews and it takes 3 to be in your red jacket. Okay. So something's wrong here. You have to put in the work. You have to play the numbers game. And, it might be your first 3 sign up. Good for you. But then your next 10 may not. Just keep working those numbers. It's not magical. It's mathematical. And don't prejudge, okay? Don't prejudge those women that intimidate you. That's what happened to me. 5 consultants at my church did not even offer me a facial or the opportunity, because they knew I had a great job. They knew I was a busy mom of 2 babies and a full-time job. They prejudged me. And so when I came into church that Sunday after I'd signed my agreement, they were all just like, oh, mortified. And so I want to paint a picture of that feeling. Imagine the sharpest person that you know that intimidates you so bad, and she looks like a national sales director, but you're too scared to talk to her. What if she called you tomorrow and said, Natalie, you're going to be so proud of me? And you're like, what? She's going to say, I signed up to sell Mary Kay. And you're like, oh, with who? Obviously somebody that had more guts than we did, right? That's happened to me. And so think about that. If you think about that every time you see a sharp professional woman, how devastated you would be if she walked into your unit meeting, or she got on Zoom and she signed up under a girlfriend or somebody else. You would be devastated. If you think like that and you have that sense of urgency, then you will not let those sharp women get by you because you're chicken. Okay. There's something I should say about that. Don't let what you haven't done stop you from offering her this opportunity because of what she could do. If my recruiter had waited until she became, whatever, to offer this to me, I would still be waiting. Okay. Your destiny, your journey is not tied to her destiny. Don't deny her destiny. Okay. So don't prejudge. Marianne, I'm going to turn it over to you. Where's Marianne?
All right. I loved just the reminder of U+3 makes everything happen in Mary Kay. And then remembering the layering process of facial them, that they try the product, they like it, that they buy it, that they see a video, that they have an interview, and sometimes they need that second appointment for layering. Some people, depending on their personality, take longer than others. And then also, I like that question that you asked, did you wash me tonight? It's important when you ask people questions, they think better versus just telling them. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to talk about, Trinity talked about the $100 first time red jacket bonus. And that's when you, as a consultant, get in your red jacket for the first time. You're going to get that $100 bonus. So that one, when they brought that out last year, for all the people who'd been in their red jacket before, it was kind of like, oh, and they felt like they missed out. So, Mary Kay, we're all inclusive. So they were like, oh gosh, we got to figure out how to make these people feel included. And so they figured it out. And so whenever, like Michelle said, when you have someone on your team, a personal recruit, when they get in their red jacket, then you, the recruiter, get a $100 bonus from August to December. And what I absolutely love about this one, that it's not just a first time thing. It's like not just a one and done. It's unlimited. So exciting. For those of you whose goal is to make it to leadership, when you have, oh gosh, I forgot the number. The number 5 comes to mind, but I forgot now. Sorry. We'll go back to that later. Sorry. Spoiler alert. There's a party associated with it, but there you go. So it's in line with this bonus. So just go get the bonus. Okay, great. So I love that unlimited part. So here's another thing I want to talk for everybody. Whenever those new team members that you find that are part of your red jacket team or someone else's red jacket team, when you personally add someone to your team who comes in qualified, meaning they order a total of $600 wholesale or more within their first 4 months, then you, the recruiter, get a $50 bonus. Yay! And those are unlimited, like year round. Like that doesn't stop. So you can have as many $50 bonuses you want. Just keep finding the sharp professional women to share this awesome brand. So there's the $50 bonus on top of the $100 bonus and the other $100 bonus. And then for our brand new consultants, we have our Great Start program. And I just want to remind you guys of the products because it is a way to pay you, because you're getting these products for free. And when you sell them, that's 100% income for your family. So it's not an immediate cash bonus, but it turns into cash, which I love. So I just wanted to give you a number crunch, just real simple. For example, bringing on a new person. Let's see if I've got any brand new people that I know just signed recently. I'm gonna use Morgan back here. She's on my team. Just for example, let's say for example, she comes in with half a store. It's pretty good average. With that half store, that $1,800 wholesale on that first order, she's gonna get 3 free product bonus bundles valued at around like $150. So she's already getting $450 worth of free product. So write that down. Half a store, 3 free product bonus bundles valued at about $150. So 150 times 3 is $450 worth of free product. Now, let's say she loves the You Can Do It challenge and wants to get all the jewelry. And so within her next 4 months, she earns the jewelry for each month. So at a minimum, she's selling and ordering $600 wholesale. Well, with each $600 chunk that she hits, she gets another free product bonus bundle in her Great Start period. And those I think are valued around like $110 when they start reordering. So let's just say those first 4 months she reorders. So 4 times 110, that's an extra $440 worth of free product. Okay. That's on the selling side. And then let's say she's adding her team. She thought being on the Court of Sharing is totally cool. And so to have a court month, her goal is to have 2 qualified a month within her first 4 months. So 2 times 4 is 8 qualified team members. And whenever you have a qualified team member within your Great Start period, one person, you get 2 bonus bundles. Like they're giving you more bonus bundles to add someone to your team. That means that's where they want the focus to be, because that's where they're throwing the products. So with 8 qualifieds, that's $1,760 worth of free products, just as an example for someone who's shooting for sharing. Just 2 qualified team members a month in your first 4 months. So that's I calculated the numbers wrong at first, so this is actually a low number. Within your first 4 months, that typical half store recruiting 2 qualified people a month, $2,530 worth of free product.
Wow.
That's going to turn into income for you in your first 4 months. Can you get excited about an extra $2,500 in your income? So add that to the, let's say 3 of those qualified people that you got in there, they were all active at the same time. So that meant you got into your red jacket. So there's at $100. And then one of those persons got real excited. She won the $100 that you got. So she got into a red jacket. So let's just add that other team building bonus, that $100. So potentially that's like $3,000 worth of income on just bonuses alone. Okay, throw in your sales on top of that. So do you see how like fantastic this is? I love it. So I just wanted to point out that great start because I know it is a lot. And so sometimes just hearing it again is helpful, especially for your new people. Those of you who are past your great start period, it's just helpful to know so that way you can communicate that to them and everything. So really excited about all that. I just want to reiterate what Mary Kay said with all this, like being a red jacket selling, that you can do it. You really can do it. You just have to do it. Isn't that great? You just have to do it. Cool. All right. Any questions? Or anybody want to add anything?
I just want to say that whenever I still remember the excitement when I became a red jacket. It was such a big deal back then. And y'all, the red jackets were wool. And when I finally got to wear mine, it was summertime. And I wore it to every party, I was sweating profusely, but I wore it with such pride. And you guys know, I do not look good in red. And but I wore, it's such a, like Marianne, like, was it Marianne or Trinity that said it earlier? It was just such a, what was the word she used? It was pride. It was pride. It was, it was what you do. If you're going to be a leader, that's your stepping stone. That's your first stone that you step on is red jacket. And it's the beginning of everything. So, I want you to have a fire in your belly to get in red this month. And I remember, and you guys have heard me talk about this, and then we've got like 1 minute. I remember Marianne and Trinity, they both had to fight like hell to get into the red jackets. It did not come easy for them. And they were the hardest to get into red. You guys know, I was on the phone late at night, every night with Marianne. I was driving to Warner Robins. It was 6 months. And I came home one night. I told Andy, I said, I don't know. I can't get her in red. I can't get her a recruit at all. And then with Trinity, I remember, it snowed that one weekend. And I think we did 21. I had a list. It was 21 no's, 21 interviews on the phone. We were snowed in, 21 no's. And I was like, holy cow. But y'all, they persevered and they kept going. And so many of you have never even done 4 interviews or 5 interviews, and look how many they did. 6 months of interviews, just doing it and just trusting the process. And so just stay the course. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. There's a book about it. It's a turtle and a rabbit. All right. Any questions? All right.
I was going to add something real quick, Michelle. Okay. At seminar, our president, Nathan Moore, he gave all of us a challenge. And so if you weren't at seminar, you missed it. So we're going to pass it on. It was an absolutely beautiful sight. Long time ago, Mary Kay Ash said, when I look out at seminar, I think she had a dream one night. That's what it was where it started. She said, I had a dream and I saw a sea of red. And it was, like all the red jackets. And so that next seminar year, I think that like she had a stroke after that. And then the next year, like literally seminar was covered and like almost everybody was in a red jacket. It was like a director suit or a red jacket, but all you could see was red.
The director suit was red that year.
Okay.
Now, she died that next November.
So she got to see her vision. How cool is that? I will tell you from personal experience, having been to seminar several times before, I have never seen so much red in my life. And for me personally, it just made my heart smile. I was like, I knew Mary Kay would be so proud, you know? And so Nathan Moore challenged everybody to have a new personal red jacket on their team by September 13th, our company's anniversary. And
Oh,
it's on a Friday again. So it's on all y'all, all of us, me included. We all have been challenged to have a red jacket on our I want to say offspring, but that's usually for directors. I don't want to
yeah.
people, but you get it. Just help people by September 13th. And so when we look at our meetings, we should just see all red in our meetings.
Yep. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for being on. And you guys, this is going to be titled Go Red. And I want to hear from you. Do you want to be in your red jacket? All right. Hey, if you're going to that fall retreat, the finale, I think we have to wear our Mary Kay attire, right? You definitely want to be in red. I don't know what we're supposed to wear, but if we have to wear the Mary Kay attire, you want to be in red. So there you go. All right. Good night, everybody.